He promised him years in advance, but now he says, here, 45 years later, I now see the blessings of God. And the good news is there, brothers and sisters, is the fact that God is only delaying, but he's not denying. There's some things that you've been praying for in life, and God didn't say you couldn't have it. He just delayed it because you're not ready for it yet. God blessed me with a new car. You're not watching your Pinto right now. Lord, I need a new house. You won't take care of one yet now. Lord, I need $1 million. You're not tired of $100 right now. He knows when I'm ready. God will turn the disappointments into delays. But then secondly, I'll take that to the text. Secondly, God will, watch this, he will give you strength for your struggle. I hope y'all don't get difficult. God will give you strength for your struggle. You ever felt that it was raining so hard on you that you wasn't going to make it? And what God will do, God will step right in just in the nick of time. God will show you that you can handle this, you can persevere through this because he's there with you. He did say, I never leave you nor will I forsake you. All right, let me show you the text. The text says in verse number 10. He says, let's read verse 9. And Moses swore on that day, saying, surely the land whereon thy feet have trodden shall be thine inheritance, and thy children forever, because thou hast wholly followed the Lord my God. Here it is, verse 10. And now behold, the Lord hath what? Kept me alive. Huh? He kept me alive all of this time. He gave me strength from my struggle because I'm struggling, I'm wondering, I'm even asking the question, why have I not received the promises of God yet? And God said, I'm giving you what you need. Watch the text. It says, I'm keeping you alive. And he says, these 40 and 5 years, even since the Lord spake this word unto Moses while the children of Israel wandered in the wilderness, and now he says, I am now 85 years old. In other words, he's saying, I'm 85 years old. 85 years old. And I started off 40 years old. God made me a promise when I was 40. But now I'm 85 and it's just now coming to pass. But look at the good news. He says, even though I'm 85 and I had strength when I was 40, I was a strong young man when I was 40. But look what he says in verse 11. As yet I am as strong this day as I was the day Moses sent me out. As strong as I was when Moses sent me out 40 years earlier, I'm the same strong right now. The same faith, the stronger forsaken, nor his seed begging for any bread. He said the same time God took care of me then, he's been able to take care of me now. He's able to do the thing. I hear Isaiah saying, David, let her wait. I wish I had some people that's been waiting on the Lord. He said, he shall renew your strength. You shall be able to mount up with wings as an eagle, to run and not be weary. You shall walk and not faint. Why? Because God has given you strength. You can handle this trouble. You can handle this situation. This is not the first time you've been in trouble. And it certainly won't be the last time. And if God took care of you then, he's able to take care of you now. Guess I got to get out of here. Here, Caleb tells us. Caleb said. Caleb says in the text that I've been holding, following after the Lord. Caleb said, remember Joshua? It was you and I when we were standing on the banks of Kadesh Barnea. When Moses sent us out to spy out the land. Said, I remember that Moses told us to bring back a report. And when we brought back the report, we tried to tell everybody that we can overtake the land. We tried to tell everybody that even though we may look like grasshoppers, they may look like giants. It says that you got to remember that the same God that blessed David to kill Goliath, he's that same God that can take and handle in a situation that we're going through. And so it is here that Caleb comes to a close by telling us here, brothers and sisters, that you may suffer some disappointments in your life, but disappointments are only delayed. Said that he will give you, he will allow some struggles to happen in your life, but even in every struggle, you will have some strength. Then here's the good shouting part in the Bible where it says that Joshua blessed Caleb and gave Caleb the son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, because he wholly followed after the Lord. And the Bible says that after he followed after the Lord, that he then received the inheritance. And you know, the Lord told me to tell you, as I get ready to leave you, he said everything that's going to come to you, it shall come to pass. He says here, you got to remember that the Bible even tells us that God is not mocked. That whatever a man soweth, the same thing he shall also reap. In other words, whatever you're going to get from God, God is going to bring it to you. Do you hear what I'm saying here today? And he told Caleb, saying, Caleb, go out and tell the generations. Caleb, go out and tell everybody that you're blessed because you followed after me. Go out and tell everybody that as long as you keep your hand in God's unchanging hand, as long as you keep your eyes upon the mark, upon the prize of the high calling of Jesus Christ, as long as you keep giving your best for the Lord, he said that it may look bad today, but just hold on a little while longer. Don't throw in the towel just because it's raining on your party today. He said, be like the songwriter. When the songwriter said, weep for a night, but joy shall come